I didn't do the thing right.
What?
Is your mic on?
Yeah.
I didn't do this. Yeah, microphones should be working.
Can they see us?
Yes,
Oh.
and they can hear us.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Bakugo.
Hello, everyone.
And T and Benno. What's up? Hello, Captivated Nightshade. So how many people read this book?
Oh, no, I was just fixing my hair. I wasn't actually raising my hand. I was told not to read it.
Yeah,
So therefore, I did not. I'm going to turn my microphone down a little bit because I feel like I'm extra loud.
The deal. I read it.
Here's the sitch.
I liked the beginning quite a bit. I was like, this is much better than Aragon. This is like going somewhere. And then it kept going and going and going and never stopping. And I was like, ah. Someone else said it too. I think someone said, Chelsea said the same thing, where it feels like 10 times longer than a Brandon Sanderson book, but Brandon Sanderson will write like 1,000 pages and you barely know that you read 1,000 pages.
And you want more?
Yeah.
You want it to keep going?
I was like, it's 800 and something pages, and I was like ripping my hair out. I was like, why is it taking so long?
So that sounds like to me, recently I was reading the AFK books, and there's 3 books out right now, and if you combine them all into one, it's like one Brandon Sanderson book, right? Like lengthwise, they're about 10 hours each. And like, it's exactly that. Like at the end of the first book, it literally like, if you just smash them together, there's no gap in between. So it's like just one big book.
All right, so let's see. Benno read it, Captivated T read it, hello from France.
I feel like it's a smarter thing to do to separate like a giant book into like smaller books.
It depends.
One, you can get them out more.
But here, this book, he apparently spent like 12 years or something writing it. And like, I don't know. I guess at some point... There was
probably a lot of rewrites, a lot of edits and stuff, and continuity errors.
Well, I'll get back to that in a second.
That.
Not me, you told us not to. That's right, I did tell you not to. It's like a trilogy in the same book. Hello, bro. I haven't read it nor have I heard of it. So this is the guy that wrote Aragon. It's a sci-fi book.
Show the book. You didn't show it?
No.
I got it.
So, I don't even know if this would have worked out as a trilogy, though. I feel like it would have been better handled, but I understand, like, I think he wouldn't have sold the second and third books. Is that mean to say? Like, I really feel like people would have stopped at book 1 and then trashed the rest of the series. But is that better than just selling one book and dumping everything into one book and then, like, it doing bad?
But did it do bad?
People, I think it has average reviews now. Like, when it first came out, it had really good reviews.
Okay. Which happens, right?
Yeah.
Where people are, like, hyped about it.
No, unfortunately, I feel like it's the type of situation where people, like, booktubers or book reviewers can get copies of things early, and then I feel like people give them better reviews just because they feel that, like,
they're obligated to do it because they got a gift.
Like, they're not going to give you books anymore. I'm telling you right now, they'll still give you books because I trash books all the time. They're given to me for free, and I still get free books. Here's the thing: like
the couple hours that I read of the book, I didn't hate.
No, the beginning was good.
Was it? Yeah, it got worse.
Oh my god, I wanted to rip my hair out.
At some point, I started listening to it, and it picked up where you were at.
Yeah.
Like 15 hours in, and I was like, what? I listened to about 30 minutes, and I was just like, did I miss something? And then I looked at the time, and it was like 13 something in. I was just like, oh, I'm only 2 hours in.
So Captivated said, I struggled too. I honestly felt like there was some fight scenes that should have been left out. Dude, Okay, I wrote some notes for you guys because
I love notes. I love notes.
You know how
Is that the next book?
Yeah. Shut up! You're reading it. Shut up. He's reading it. He doesn't get a choice. So I feel like I write notes with really good books or really bad books. You know what I mean? Like when they're average, I don't have much to say. But like throughout reading this, I was like, I keep grabbing my head. Have you noticed? I was like,
you're stressed.
What? Okay. One of my main things, I don't even know how to describe my feelings about this book. One of my main things while reading it was there's a lot of weird nonsense in the middle, and I feel like you're in the Suits memories, this organism that has built itself around this woman, Kira. Like you're in its memories and remembering things, and you have no idea what it means because it's just gibberish to us. And basically, she feels these memories, and she's like, I totally understand this. And then the normal thing would be to like for an author to like now have her explain it in layman's terms to other people or us, aka other people. But no, she just like it's just like I totally get what's going on. And I'm like, I don't. Can someone explain it to me because I don't understand what the hell just happened. Does anyone feel that way? My stomach is gonna make noise this entire video.
That was your stomach? I thought that was like my arm that rubbed up against the table. We should get an extra microphone for your stomach. Just
so like, people can
just
hear
put it down here so it's like.
T says it felt like 12 years to. Well, the first book would have been good. I agree because the first third was actually really good.
See, so then they would have bought the second one and they would have made more money.
True. So I totally agree. Like it got to a certain point where I was like, okay, this is now just redundant.
Can you just do me a favor, wait, before you go on?
Take a
sip of the coffee. And you're like, yeah, so it's like amazing, but like it just keeps. Yeah, I really, really like the beginning. It's so good.
So the beginning was really, really good, and I was excited because I was like, dude, this is a pretty interesting concept. You have this like
I was liking it.
Organism that goes around her entire body, and like it forms like this bond with her, and then she's got to learn how to like manipulate it.
Yeah, and the crazy stuff that happens. It's all emotion based, right? It's based off of emotion.
But then it got weird.
Did it?
Like the whole sex scene.
Oh no.
Where now she's got to move this thing, and she's like, "How brave do you feel having sex with me?" And it's like it's
awkward. It's like Venom.
I don't know anything about Venom.
Oh, Meek, poor Meek. Oh. It's like Venom. Venom is like a symbiote, right? And it attaches to a person, and it it has its own sentience, but it also like.
So yeah, it's exactly like that.
Yeah, and it protects him and.
See, I never read anything like this, so.
It's not as this thing seems way more powerful.
It's
it was.
Well, I mean, at first...
It was automatically adjusting to the laser pulses and stuff.
Yeah.
I was just like, what? This is crazy.
It's pretty neat. It's neat. And then it gets super crazy boring and really redundant. And all these fight scenes that you're like, what? And then there's the bad guys, the jellies, which they have like 5 names. The jellies are like bad. They're the aliens that they come across. I don't even think you got that far.
No, I didn't.
They're bad, but then... There's a good group of jellies. Why are they good? Can anyone explain to me why that one group of jellies was good and the rest were bad? Because I missed that completely. And then like those jellies are fighting with her, and then that whole thing where they went to find the staff of blue, and like then it was just like, oh well, it doesn't exist anymore. And I'm like, why did we have to read 2 hours about this staff that doesn't exist anymore and now just forget about it? Okay. Hello, Kerbo. I need you to go up a little bit, I think.
Okay.
I actually quite like the book, but I agree that there are parts that went on a tangent. No, I'm sorry, I'm 4 minutes late. She's making me read it too, so... Yeah, and T hates books like this, I think, but I've heard such good things. Anyway.
It's coming in April of 2018.
I know, I have an arc of it that's like really old. Okay, wait. Those memories were also confusing. I didn't like those parts at all. Am I the only one who still doesn't really know where the suits are from, or did I miss that part? I don't get it either, so don't feel bad. How come Meek says for you to be quiet, Kivox stays quiet, but when Kivox tells Meek to be quiet, she's still vibing? Because I don't listen to you. Quite simple. Yeah, the sex scene was really, really bad. It was awkward. First off, I feel, correct me if I'm wrong, this is one of the things I wrote down, but I kept thinking throughout the book, you killed your fiance. Like,
Spoilers.
you killed him, and then like 100 pages later, never think about him again. It's like she'll randomly think about him every now and then, but it's like, dude, I'm sorry, but if I killed you, I would be way more upset about it. And it was an accidental death, but like I would have been way more distraught, way more, and it would have like affected me way more than it affected her. She was just like, oh man, I killed you, I'm sad for 2 pages, and then like, whatever. And I kept thinking that throughout the whole thing. I was like, why isn't she more upset about this? And then she has sex with some random old dude, and I'm like, what? Like, why? And it was so awkward, and I'm like, no. Okay. I was thinking the same thing, Kivox. The sex scenes were gross. I wouldn't even think about that if I was in her place. That's weird, right? Well, my break is over. Catch you later. Bye, Kerbo.
Bye.
But for a guy writing a female character, he didn't get too much into sex and stuff like that. True. It was only one scene, but it was weird. When I explained the soft blade to my husband, he wanted to watch Venom. That was captivated. Yeah, and I thought that name was really stupid. Like, really stupid. I was like, really? You
what is it called?
Soft Blade. You can't come up with something better than the suit calling itself Soft Blade.
Is that like what the branding was for it?
That's like its name. That's what it calls itself. But she finds out at some point. Oh my god, T, yes. Kira here, Atari here, Kira here, Atari here. Like, I'm so sick of hearing that. Like, why do the jellies talk like that? It's like every time they would have a conversation, it would be like, Meek here, I love you.
Kivox here, I don't.
It was like that was their whole conversation. Every time they talked to one another, they said their name here. It's like Kira here, Atari here.
Who's Atari?
Is one of the jellies, the good jelly. How did they become good? Why are those jellies good? I don't understand. They're called jellies. It took them 12 years to come up with that. Well, she called them, what? There were other things that they called them, like the grabbers or something. And like, yeah, it's stupid. It was stupid, the jellies. I think the good jellies wanted the humans as allies, at least for the war versus the Maw. The Maw, that was another thing. Maybe I totally zoned out by reading it, but like, she created the Maw? How? What is the Maw? Totally didn't understand that. It was at the end of the book, and I was just so...
It's like a Sarlacc pit.
Yeah, I was like so over and done with it at that point. I didn't even care anymore.
What is it, though?
I don't know. So someone explain to me what the Maw is, how she created it, because apparently she created it somehow, and I just don't get it. You mean the nightmares? The nightmares were like other creatures. I still don't understand like their whole part. Like there were the nightmares, which is one type of alien. There were the jellies, which is another type of alien, and they're different species. But the nightmares were like always bad, and the jellies had like a good guy section and a bad guy section.
But wait, how are they bad? Are they just bad to the humans?
Yeah, they kill them.
Doesn't make them bad, right?
Yeah, but the nightmares where the Maw spawn, right? Something like that, and apparently there are more Maws. So is that what they're going after? So basically, spoiler alert, at the end of the book...
Is there a sequel to this?
There are going to be like 7. I don't think they'll ever exist,
well,
to be
honest.
honest.
If it takes another 12 years to write...
So apparently at the end, there were like 7 of them. Or there's like, she gets into like her spaceship. She basically becomes God.
Oh.
And she goes and she's like, I'm going on this adventure to find these 6 other ones out there.
Maws?
I thought, yeah, maybe. Or is she going up? I don't know.
Wait, but were you telling me how many books or how many Maws there were?
There's 6 Maws left, I believe.
And what about books?
Probably the same number.
Well,
I hear there's going to be multiple.
Okay,
I don't know.
Because when I was asking you, I was like, is this a single, like one story?
No. All the fiance thing wasn't important in the story. He could have removed it, but she slept like almost a year between those 2 events. Yeah, but to her, like, I still would have woken up upset. I don't know. Like, I feel like she should have been more upset.
And when you sleep, does time really like go by?
She was in like a...
You mentally like...
No, like the suit was able to put her into like a...
Cryo.
Yeah, basically.
But I'm saying, if you're in cryo though, you're not like conscious.
True.
You know, you're still sleeping, I think, right?
Excuse me.
Otherwise your mind would continue to age. We only have so much mind juice.
I didn't like the names he came up with in general. To be honest, it's been 5 months since I came to one of your streams. It's cool.
Oh, you chose not a great book to come back, but we appreciate it. We like to hear from
And
people.
the way they made Grigorovich sound so creepy.
Grigorovich?
So Grigorovich was like...
The one? Isn't that the one maker?
Ship brain, which... I understood the concept because they explained it a little bit, but at the same time I was like, okay. But yeah, he was a little weird. The channel name Kivox Under kind of sounds like a Game of Thrones name in my opinion.
Nice.
Didn't she create the nightmares?
Did
she? Because
what is happening in this book? You guys like made it seem like it was like weird, but I didn't know it was this weird.
I actually liked Grigorovich. He made me chuckle all throughout the book. The best part of the whole story was the fact where there was a pet ship pig and a pet cat. I guess. I thought it was kind of stupid though. They also had stupid names.
The pigs?
Yeah,
the pig
I don't remember what they were.
Got it.
Thank goodness you didn't understand the Maw thing because I didn't understand that either. Thank God, because like what the hell happened?
I don't know what happened. Tell me what happened.
Best part of the story was the closing the book and never looking at it again. She created the Maw, which is like a part of the soft blade fused with the humans that died in the explosion, and the Maw then created the nightmares out of anger or something. If you say so. I believe you, Benno. I think you actually like this book, so maybe you understood it better than me. Maybe I'm just too dumb for this book. Yeah, the ending where she just gives out these amazing, perfect gifts, way too unbelievable even for sci-fi, right? She's like, I'm God, and now I'm going to manifest a body, and I'm going to come up with these amazing gifts for everybody. You get this gift, and you get that gift, and you get this. Now I'm going to go
Were they like PS5s? Or like what word?
I don't even remember.
Were they like gifts? Like oh, I got you a coffee maker.
It was like something that was imperative to like that person's like goal in life, or like helping that person like achieve something, or giving them, I don't know.
Here's a book on how to make pizza.
Okay, wait. There's going to be more books to this. Oh crap, there's going to be more books. Grigorovich reminded me of Illuminae. Yeah, but like a bad version, right? Because like, what's his face in Illuminae was awesome.
Isaac.
No, I forget his name.
Levi.
No. So let me go to my notes. Things I was upset about.
Mikasa. Jaeger.
So yeah,
Aaron.
I think I wrote this out. Found myself that after battles or her having visions, I was waiting for her to explain stuff to her crew so I would understand it too. That's literally what I wrote.
Exposition. That's called exposition. A lot of it happens in D&D because the players don't ask the right questions, so the DM sometimes just has to go, okay guys, this is what's happening.
Aiden. Yes, Aiden.
I was close.
She offered a body to the ship brain. Oh yeah. Weird. Stupid. Did he take it? I don't think he did. He didn't.
Why would you want a body?
Aiden, error. Yes. Another thing I wrote. Did anyone care about any of the characters at all? There were 8,000 characters. I didn't care about a single one of them. I had no connection whatsoever to any of the characters. Didn't care. And this is a really long book for not having a single character to connect with. I feel like it would have been much smoother. I think probably the best character of it was the kid. And then he like dies halfway through the book and then he's like gone. And I can't even remember his name. But there are no good characters. And for a long ass book, you need to care about some of the characters. He didn't take it. All right. I wrote about like that it was weird about her fiance Alan. On top of it being her fault, she didn't care like really that he died. Oh yeah, I kept writing here. when she spoke to the alien, it was so annoying. Kira here, Atari here. I already talked about why some of the jellies are good versus bad and how I didn't understand it. And then Trig is the kid, and I said, is he dead? I was so confused for a while as to whether he was actually dead or not, which I guess he wasn't. I thought he was really damaged, and in the bubble, the jelly made him basically like a cryo bubble. So yeah, that's what he was. Oh, I missed a lot. In the blue pill, red pill thing, it's the water that's poison, not the pills. I never saw The Matrix. I cared about the pig, especially when the bad alien used him as a shield. I don't even remember that. The only one I cared about was just a little was the guy she had sex with, and even then, I didn't even care about that guy. The kid was my favorite. He comes back. Falcone, yeah, the guy that she had sex with. This is another thing. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't believe... What was the seed? Can someone explain to me what the seed was? Because basically, she has sex with this guy, Falcone, and then immediately after she does that, there's this thing with the suit about the seed. The suit is like, now you're in the suit's eyes, and the suit is talking about like this seed, and they're like, oh, what is this? And it's forming, and to me, I'm like, oh, she got pregnant. Did anyone else think that? Because maybe I'm just weird. Because the way they made the seed sound was, when you think about it, like, they talk about getting pregnant, like, planting the seed, or, like, it becomes like a seed. And that's absolutely what I got out of that. And then they kept going on, and I was like, nope. What is this seed? Because clearly they must have explained it at some point, or they thought they explained it, and I was like, I don't get it. No idea what the seed is.
This sounds terrible.
I liked the side characters okay. I didn't like Kira though, but I think Grigorovich was my favorite. She healed him with her god superpower thing. Oh. If I really cared, I would have remembered his name. I guess. I'm bad with names though. Kivox, where did you get that shirt? Probably T Fury.
Probably T Fury.
It reminded me of Venom. So yeah, another thing too that I wrote down. No, I already said this. I don't care about any of the characters. I felt like nothing was progressing. The seed happened right after she had sex, but it wasn't a thing. Now she's going after 6 or 7 more of these things. I felt like nothing was explained in terms I understand. It was way too convoluted. Way too convoluted. I feel like if you had made it a little more simplistic, it would have been a bearable story. I'm sorry, you may have to rewatch this later because I've already ranted, yeah, about the entire book, and we're probably almost done. After she had sex with the dude, I thought she was going to get pregnant, and that was going to be the whole plot line, right? I mean, it would have been a way better plot line, in my opinion. Like, that thing, so the organism, the soft blade.
Oh, I want to see if I put this here if it'd be better. It would be.
Like, accepting the baby or rejecting the baby. Because think about it, the soft blade killed her mind alteration, whatever they had. It wouldn't let her be anything but natural. And I guess, like, having a baby's a natural thing, but, like, it even turned off her period stopping abilities. So, like, I'm guessing that it would have allowed it, but that would have been a more interesting plot. I don't know. They did mention something about her menstrual cycle coming back because of the soft blade. I know, right? Why? I mean, I guess that was just so we could understand that they had altered humans to the point where they could just turn off your period. Which, I mean, if that's our future, I'm totally looking forward to it.
We can partially already do that now.
Sort of. Most of the book was fight or sleep, right? I actually literally thought about...
Well, it is called To Sleep in a Sea of Stars.
True. I actually did think about Bly Manor while reading it at some point, because if you... This isn't really a spoiler, but if you've seen Bly Manor, there's this part where they're like, sleep, wake, walk, sleep, wait, and they say it for like the entire episode. So I literally thought about that. I was like, sleep, wake, fight, sleep. I was like, this is getting way too much.
What's it called is like that though too. Children of Time.
That was done way better.
It was. It's a good book.
Healing Scars. I hear though that the second one is basically just the first one redone and not as good. So I don't even want to read it.
So it's just,
By Jordan. The baby should have been more God than her, since it would have grown in a special body. I agree. Like, that would have been more understandable. They talked about pregnancy and menstrual cycles so much that I felt like a setup for her getting pregnant, right? And that's what I thought the seed was. Does anyone understand what the seed actually was? The more I talk about this, the more I hate this book. Because I don't know what the seed is. Because they mentioned it several times after she has sex, and it's the first time they mention it was right afterward, and I still don't understand what it is. And I think I have exhausted things to talk about. I never asked you guys what you rated it.
And you never said what you did either.
No.
Maybe you did in the other thing.
I was thinking of a 2 to a 2.5, but now I'm like, hell no. Like, it'll probably get a 1.5 for me just because I really liked the first part of the book, and then it just died in my mind after that.
Maybe you just don't like his writing.
I think I'm done with him, unfortunately. I didn't really like Aragon. I gave him another chance because he was a kid, literally, when he wrote that. And I was like, all right, well, he's like my age now, so he should be better. But yeah. The story was meh to me. I'm new to science fiction, but I felt like I've seen this story elsewhere. I felt the story wasn't unique enough, and that ending made me feel it was a comic book. Okay. I feel it shouldn't have been so long. A small novella was enough. I agree. You want a really good sci-fi, in my opinion, read Sleeping Giants by Sylvain Neuvel. It's amazing.
Yeah, it was really good.
I gave it a 2.75.
I think I gave it a 5, right?
And I think that's generous.
I think I gave all 3 of them 5s.
4.52. Wow, I was writing that after you asked for it. You've been in my head lately. I honestly think I'm going to give it like a 1.5. It was just not for me. There was way too much that was not explained well, and just I don't mind books that have depth and that are things you have to think about, but when they just make it blatantly convoluted for no reason, it just annoys me. I think the seed was also the suit, because the suit was created for spreading life. The fact that we don't know is a problem, in my opinion.
Is a problem?
Is a problem.
Is a problem.
It sounds like in 12 years, he just plucked different things from other books or movies and added twists. He couldn't write his own stuff, I suppose, and I don't even know what the twist was.
But isn't that what, like,
was well explained?
All writing is always inspired by other
4.5,
things.
so 2 people really liked this book.
I'm sorry.
Prosian gave it a 3. I mean, it goes to show that different things for different people.
Different strokes for different folks.
I just couldn't get into it. I don't know. I did not like it. So I want to look up this book.
Which one? That one? Mm-hmm. The Game of Thrones one?
It's not Game of Thrones.
Oh. It has a character in it from Game of Thrones.
So our next pick is Cersei by
She's from Game of Thrones.
Madeline Miller.
She's from Game of Thrones,
This
right?
book has 356,728 ratings and still has a 4.26. That's impressive.
How is that possible?
If I don't like this book,
Is there that many people that know how to read in the United States?
I'm going to be very upset. This book, along with Song of Achilles, has such ridiculous hype and praise, and people are just like dying for her to come out with new content, and I have not read anything by her, and this is my type of thing.
Is it though?
Yes. You're reading it. I don't care. In the house of Helios, god of the sun and mightiest of the Titans, a daughter is born.
Okay,
Circe
I like it.
is a strange child, neither powerful like her father nor viciously alluring like her mother.
Okay.
Turning to the world of mortals for companionship, she discovers that she does possess power, the power of witchcraft, which can transform rivals into monsters and menace the gods themselves. Threatened, Zeus banished her to a deserted island where she hones her occult craft, tames wild beasts, and crosses paths with many of the most famous figures in all of mythology.
Okay, cool.
Including the Minotaur, Daedalus and his doomed son, Icarus, the murderous Medea, and of course, Odysseus. I don't want to read more.
So, I have a question.
What?
What'd they say about the Titans at the beginning? Because aren't the Titans like not the gods? The Titans and the gods are not the same thing.
God of the sun and the mightiest of the Titans. Helios is the god of the sun and mightiest of the Titans.
But Zeus is not a Titan. They're like separate. I thought Zeus beat the Titans.
I don't know.
Because the Titans were
I don't know much about this type of mythology.
Okay. All right. I mean, it doesn't sound terrible. I'm interested.
People, I mean.
But she's like a bad guy. That's the main character.
Well, this is a famous story that she just kind of
reworked.
Yeah, like Achilles has been done.
But what's wrong with that? Hector.
Hector.
Is that right?
She's not in that.
Who? Hector?
Circe.
She's not in this?
She's not in...
This book that's called Circe, she's not in? I'm so confused.
Troy.
I didn't say she was.
Oh.
I just thought of that
movie.
movie.
That's the same world.
Yeah. So is Earth.
So Song of
We're
Achilles...
in that world right now.
I want to read Song of Achilles after this because people love that.
Is that part of this?
It's another book by her, but it's not connected.
Does he go, Hector?
Hector! No, Patroclus is in it and Achilles is in it, and that's all I know. And Agamemnon, I believe. And
does he fight Eric Bana? Is Eric Bana in it?
Is that the guy that plays Hector?
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, I'm like really far behind.
I think. I don't know. It's the older brother.
Hector.
Okay, I wasn't sure if that was Hector.
I wish I had loved it more. It was expensive, right? I kind of want to sell it. Agree. The book felt well researched, but it wasn't good enough. Cost me $25 after 40% off. I mean, I think I paid $25 for it also, which sucks.
So in Canadian dollars, that's $3,000. I'm
actually really sad. I was looking forward to it so much. Excuse me. I read Song of Achilles and absolutely loved it. I would have loved it. I have Circe and put off reading it because I'm terrified that I'm going to like it as much, that you're not going to like it as much as Song of Achilles. I read Circe, parts I loved, parts I definitely was confused, but I ultimately enjoyed it.
You should reread it because then you'll probably enjoy and understand more.
Is this Circe from the Odyssey? Yes. I really, really want to read Song of Achilles, but I told myself I have to read this one first. It's one of the first books I've ever bought. So the reason I'm choosing this first is because I hear people like it. I've heard so many times that people read Song of Achilles and then read this and they like it a lot, but they don't like it as much. And I kind of want to do the opposite. Like, I want to read this one and see if I really like it, and then I want to read Song of Achilles and, like... Hopefully it's, like, even better.
Yeah. You always start with you gotta start with bad.
The worst one. But
still,
4.26 stars.
Because you can only be disappointed.
350,000 ratings. That's, like, mind-blowing to me. Books with that many ratings don't usually get that many stars.
It's mind-boggling, like when you put your mind in a bottle.
Sounds interesting, a full retelling. It is adult fiction that I know of. It's not, I don't believe
Hopefully
it's
there's zero sex.
There's always sex in these types of stories.
I know.
I mean, if you read, like, even
I'll just skip that chapter.
Little side story, my grandfather used to read books by Thorne.
Thorne? Like the gun?
I can't remember his first name. Something Thorne. Thorne Smith. Thorne was his first name.
What?
Yeah, so And he had books like this where like the god statues like came to life and like
had sex,
used to like seduce people and like that's a whole thing. And my grandfather thought these books were effing hilarious. I have them in my basement. And I still haven't brought them
Why were they
upstairs.
hilarious?
He literally would like. So my grandfather.
He's reading. He's like.
Yeah, he was literally like laughing hysterically while reading these books because like to him they just struck a chord and they were hilarious.
That's funny.
And I have these books and I've tried picking them up and I'm just like, I don't get it, Grandpa. Like I don't get it. However, I've never given them a fair shot. Mm-hmm. But my grandfather, you know, had them. He lived in the Great Depression. He didn't have any money. He was super poor. He used to tell me how he would eat like peppers and bread, like pepper sandwiches, and like that's what his family could afford.
I've done that.
Lunch sometimes.
But
this is a money thing. They were like cured peppers like in oil, and he would put them on sandwiches.
Oh yeah, that's delicious. That's very like, Portuguese or Italian.
He's Italian.
Yeah, I did a day. I had those little loaves. I literally put some olive oil on them and just ate them. Like.
So needless to say, my grandfather was very poor, and. So when he got a book, it was either from like a library or he would borrow it from someone and whatever. And he had read a handful of these Thorne Smith books and didn't have them. So me being younger than him and using the internet, since he didn't even have a computer, I found a bunch of these old books for him and bought them for him. They're like $40 a piece. Like they're pretty rare now and like they're hard to find. And I bought him a bunch of these books and he was rereading them and like cracking himself up. And I was like, I mean, I'm glad I was able to give them to him. And I'm like, I still have them. So they're still here.
And then when he died, you were like, give me my money back.
I know. I was like, give me my books back.
Give me my books back.
Love you, Grandpa, but these are mine now. I also took a lot of his old stuff from like World War II.
You got his star charts?
I do. He handmade star charts.
That's so cool.
I'll have to show them off someday. I have all of his military cards. They have like cards showing flag formations. Like that was a thing, I guess, back then. He was in the Navy. He was a navigator in World War II. He was also a translator because he spoke Italian. But I have his suit. I have his dog tags. I have a whole bunch of cool stuff. I have all the letters he and my grandmother wrote to each other while he was in the war. So I have some pretty neat stuff. Totally went on a tangent there. Goodreads, it says it's an adult. It is adult. I'd like to read Song of Achilles next. I mean, if we like this, I'm totally down for that. Adult for sure. So Sex and a God Story, good luck. Oh, no Sex and a God Story, good luck. I know, there's probably going to be, but hopefully it's done well and tastefully. So true. So yeah, I'm really excited about this one. So this one is going to be, let's see the date. December 27th. So 2 days after Christmas.
Oh, good luck.
Sunday, December 27th, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 2 o'clock.
So we got this day off, right? This day and this day. No, wait. This day.
No, we just have the. Wait, where's it? I don't like your calendar.
Why? It looks like a regular calendar.
We have the 28th off.
That's it. That's our only day left.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Anyway.
Bummer.
So I hope you guys enjoy this book. I hope I enjoy this book. Like I said, I really wanted to read Song of Achilles, but I want to start with this book first. I think she's writing a Medusa story right now.
I thought this was Medusa.
No. I've never heard of Circe.
Did you know that there are Medusas in D&D?
Yeah, I would imagine. I didn't know.
I didn't ask you if you would imagine, Meek. I asked you if you knew.
No.
Therefore, you didn't know. Okay? Thanks for watching, guys. Leave a comment.
No one said anything in a while. Is the date are the same day? Oh, yeah, huh? Wait, is today the 27th or the 28th? No, today's the 29th. Next month is the 27th.
The hell are you talking about, T? What the hell are you talking about? What you talking about? You like streaming down here?
Yeah, I like it. How big is this book? Well, I have the ARC copy.
This big.
You can't really go by this copy, but this one's 300.
Yeah, but look at those huge.
85.
Look at that huge font and those margins.
Yeah, arcs, you can't, they're different format completely. So I'm guessing
Does anybody own this book? Ask somebody that owns it.
400 pages.
Somebody owned it. They said it. Tell us how big it is, please. Please. What about the audio?
I have it already.
All right. How long is the audio? Because I feel like that's a good way to go to judge it. Yeah, she was talking about both calendars. They're the same dates. It's the same like setup. Also, you were looking on your iPhone.
The date of the same day, how big is it? No, I was talking about both calendars. I don't understand.
Remember before you were like, the date is the same. You're like, no, it's the 27th, not the 29th. Blah, blah, blah. Oh my God, stop thinking about that. Just listen to what I'm saying.
She said, yay, a small book for once. I know, right? I still don't understand.
Okay, then stop listening to everything else. Just listen to me for a sec. You said, she said it's the same date up here somewhere. And you went, oh no, it's not the same day. Because you thought that she was talking about the day of the stream next month.
Meaning she meant it's the same like the last Sunday?
No, she wasn't talking about the stream. She was talking about the calendar, because you said you don't like my calendar.
Yeah,
I didn't make this calendar. This is the calendar for next month.
It's confusing.
It's this, guys, you understand, right? It's the same calendar as her calendar.
So this book is 12 hours and 8 minutes.
Okay.
So which means when we do like 1.5 speed like we usually do, it's like probably 8 hours, 9 hours.
You take away a quarter, right?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Song of Achilles 11, 15. So yeah, it is shorter. Thank God, because we need a break from these 800-page books. I have the UK edition, I think, 333 pages for me.
Well, that last book was like 26 hours, right?
31.
Okay.
But 2 hours of the end was literally like, I'm going to read this. Look at this. They literally put this in the book. I don't know why I still have a bookmark in here. They put this in the book. All of this.
What is it?
An appendix of terminology at the end of the audiobook. Why?
Because it's part of the book.
Who is going to go to the audiobook version of this book and be like, what does this word mean? And listen to 2 hours.
Well, maybe they just want to listen. They should put that at the beginning.
Stupid.
They should put that at the beginning.
I know. Dumb.
No, they shouldn't, because then you wouldn't
book.
know. Oh, you know what? No, pull up the book, though. Pull up the book on
Which
the thing.
one?
That book.
This?
Yes, this one.
Pull it up on here?
On there, yeah. Go to the book. Don't play it. Just.
I don't have it anymore downloaded.
What?
I always get rid of them.
But I have it then. Hold on. Audible. What the hell is this? I don't want no podcasts.
I'll check it out at work. Hopefully it won't take long to get.
All right, let's see.
Computer, what's your name?
Oh, no. Okay.
It does show you at the end if you go to chapters.
I wanted to see here this.
Oh. I forgot. Yeah.
Is that what's in the end?
No.
Where
That's
are
in the
all these
beginning.
things? This is the beginning?
Yeah.
So the audiobook is pretty cool, because if you tap up at the top here, there's a little like dots, right, for more options. There's a PDF file that you can click on, and you can actually get... Oh, wait, we got to do this. Don't mess it up. Don't mess it up, Kai. Where's the button? No, I can't. Cover your face. Cover it. So, this is terrible. I'll go to one that
You get a PDF version of the book.
No, it's not the whole book. It's just
the pictures.
The
and
like
stuff?
the reference
That's what's
things.
at the end.
Yeah. So like basically a bunch of. I just got a picture. I want a picture. Cover your face. So you see? Wait, did it work this time?
Yeah.
Oh no, it's working. Okay. So there's like a bunch of this stuff in the Audible, and then this is font. There's stuff written there, but I like that because that's where you would go for it instead. You know.
I suppose, yeah.
They should do this more often.
Appendix was pointless. There was an interview at the end. I didn't listen to that. Once I got to the appendix, I was like, done.
You're right. Look
2 hours of the book was extra stuff. I'll go back and watch your rant. Hopefully I can make it next time. It says it was 32 hours, but felt like 320. I agree. I was at 2.15 speed at the end, and I felt like that was going backward. It wouldn't end. I get it, dude.
Wait, we have an Avatar book?
Yeah, I got it for free the other day.
Okay. It's
I hear-
14 hours long.
I hear the book is really good though.
Holy crap.
That's another book that has like a lot of reviews and it has over 4 stars. We should read it. Anyone hear about that Kyoshi book? The Avatar Kyoshi book?
Oh, it's about her.
It has
Oh.
really good reviews.
Okay.
We should make that a book club book.
We could, definitely, yeah. All right. Thanks for
Yeah, I
watching,
saw
guys.
it for free the other day. If you have Audible, it may still be free.
If you don't have Audible, check out our link. It helps the channel.
Down below.
Very little, but it helps a little bit. Every little bit counts.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, guys. Leave a comment if you want to. Let us know what you guys think about this
The other day.
book. And if you have anybody else that wants to read this book, show them this video.
Yeah.
And just, you know.
Or just tell them about it so they don't get this other book spoiled.
No,
But
show
they
them the
should get
video.
it
Show them the
spoiled
video so we
they
get
don't waste their time.
get the views. Stop telling them not to watch our video. Jeez, it's your problem.
All right, guys.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye bye. This is me.
Yeah, I'm excited for the Kyoshi book.
Now I gotta wait again.
Hello.
I gotta wait again to end it.